Good morning and welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. You bring us here live in Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago. My name is Dwayne, as for those of you just joining us. And this morning we have two special persons joining us this morning, representatives from the Logos, docked here in Scarborough, Tobago. We have Alejandro Alia. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, sir.
And I have Navya.
Navya.
Navya. I cannot pronounce your last name. I don't want to.
Lankadasu, that's okay.
Okay. All right. So, guys, welcome to Tobago. Welcome to Tobago Updates television show. You guys are so young and vibrant. What do you guys do on the Logos? Just tell us about yourselves before we get right into our interview. Beginning with the ladies first.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure to be here in this beautiful island and on the show as well. So I'm Navya. I come from India and I'm 23 years old and I've been on board Logos Hope for about 11 months now. I started with the ship in South Africa early this year in January. And 11 months and I think 7 countries later, here I am. I work as the communications and marketing manager on board, and I handle a team of very young people, very creatively enthusiastic people, and it's been absolutely wonderful to be on board.
Right. Quite the ordeal there, guys. So what about you, Alejandro?
So my name is Alejandro Alia, and I'm from Albania, a small country in southeastern Europe. I've been on board of the Logos Hope for the past 16 months. So yeah, it's been a year and 3-4 months.
A quarter.
Yes. So I joined the ship for the first time when the ship was in Mombasa, Kenya. So I sailed from the eastern side of the continent, went around up until now in Trinidad and Tobago, and on board the ship I work as the international cafe manager, which is part of the visitor experience.
That's really cool. So you guys seem to have very high portfolios on the ship. Amidst all of that and amidst the the turbulence, no pun intended, how have you guys been dealing with this being on the sea for so long? Many persons, when you watch movies and so on, you always see people going over the boat and vomiting and all these kind of things. Has that been your experience, and how did you guys manage?
I must say that before I joined the ship, this is exactly what I had in mind. But it's not quite as dramatic as that. Right. I must say. From personal experience, the first 4 or 5 months while we were, in the region of Africa, I was a little seasick. But it just takes a while. It depends from person to person. It just takes a while for your body to get adjusted to the movement while sailing. But then again, as a ship, we don't sail as much. We tend to limit. We are more. Our time, what we spend, is more on land in the port than at sea. So while we sailed, the only longest sailing that we've had is from Africa to the Caribbean, which was for 13 days, and it was smooth sailing. It was absolutely smooth sailing. We didn't even know that we were moving much. So, and we had a lot of things to do. We had events on board, and we just enjoyed ourselves.
Cool.
So. Well, it's not that dramatic at all.
Right. What about you?
I think the first sailing is what hits the most. So I had a short sailing from Kenya to Tanzania for the first night, only 24 hours, and my head was like bumping, like my head was hurting. It was not that good.
You didn't drink enough water, man.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. So like I was an inexperienced sailor, I would say.
Yeah.
So, but after that, everything was smooth. I sailed long sailings for like 8 to 9 days from Madagascar to Mozambique, and now for 2 weeks from Sierra Leone up until Barbados. So it was really nice. I mean, movies are far from reality. Our ship moves, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's a very enjoyable experience.
Oh, damn. Nice. It's like you guys on a cruise. So what were your lives like before taking up this voluntary role, right? Just want to begin with you, Alejandro.
Yeah, so for me, I finished my high school and then I got straight into working. I worked for about 18 months before I joined the ship in rate managing in, what do you call it? The English word is not coming out. In a logistics company, yes.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And for me, I graduated, I think, early last year from my master's degree in advertising and public relations. And then I went on to work as an intern, and that converted into a full-time job as a public relations professional for a media agency back in India. Yeah, before I joined.
You guys are quite accomplished for your age. What does it feel like, to be at this juncture? You guys left your homes. You guys are volunteering. You guys are managing what I would say very heavy portfolios on a ship that travels the world and spread knowledge. How was that experience like for you guys?
I think it's a very unique experience because not everyone gets this opportunity. Where else can you get to do what you do as a professional, to add to your career? But at the same time, you get to travel around the world. You get to live with people from 65 plus different cultures. I mean, where else would you get this experience? And you get to sail, and get to know new people, get to try new cultures and new food. I think this is a very unique experience. It comes with its own challenges, but at the same time, it's beautiful in its very own way. And I think for the short duration that he was on board and I am on board, and the other crew members as well, I think we make the most of it and we enjoy it. And yeah, we just love being on board. We are away from our own families, but we create our own circle of families and friends on board. So it's beautiful.
And quite wise, you really in the communications department, man. What about you?
Yeah, I would say everything that Navya said, but I think it's more than just doing something for yourself. I mean, of course, you get the perk of traveling, of living with 65 different nationalities on board, and of meeting like so many new cultures. Have been across 11 countries into many cultures, and I really appreciate that. It's really beautiful, but it's also, as I said, we are volunteers, so we don't get paid for what we do, and it's more about doing something for someone else rather than for my own benefit. So if like putting others first, so like going into our communities and trying to make someone else's day better, I think that's what's the core.
That's amazing, and that's quite noble of you guys to do that. Volunteerism isn't dead, guys, and I want to encourage all young people who are listening, it's okay to volunteer. It's okay to not be paid for a more noble cause. And while we're on that note, guys, tell the viewers, because I have experienced logos growing up, and we came to the country, to the island about 3 times while I was growing up. Tell us what the logos has to offer for all ages.
So I would say that we're here for a very short while, but we're moving to Port of Spain at the 26th of December. But while we're in Scarborough, we have the book fair, which is the world's largest floating book fair, and we have literature available for people of all ages, from kids to adults to young adults to even those older. We have books across different ranges, languages, lifestyle, business, marketing, whatever you can think of. So there's something for everyone. But at the same time, we also have events for everyone, for all age groups. We have events for young kids, we have events for teenagers, for women, for families. And we also have cultural events. We had an event just the other weekend where we did a complete cultural showcase of our crew members. So they got to perform their own cultures, they got to talk about it and share, and people got to ask them questions as well. So it was a very beautiful cultural exchange where people could learn. But yeah, there's also crew members from 65 different nationalities. They can come, get to talk to us, get to just learn from us, and we can also do the same from them as well. So there's always something for everyone.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And what about you? What is your favorite book or experience on living on the logos for the last 16 months? But that's quite a long time, guys.
Yeah. There are a lot of good books in our bookshop. I think I've only looked at dictionaries, so I have, like, my favorite books are dictionaries.
Right.
So I have a passion for languages that I'm currently learning, or at least trying to learn.
Yeah.
So one of them is Japanese, so we have an English to Japanese dictionary. Yeah. So that's where I get like my daily words into getting to know the language better. So I would say dictionaries.
Yeah,
it's probably the most boring book out there, but yeah.
I mean, it's boring for those who might not have the interest in it.
Yeah,
but for you, it's quite, you know, it's an interest, you know. And we need to move away, guys, from, you know, books being boring. Reading is fun, and you know, it widens your sense of knowledge and even your sense of the world. My question to you guys is, what next, and how do you see yourselves, you know, moving from this experience?
Personally, I think I would continue working for an organization that has a purpose for the community. I think joining this organization, Logos Hope and GBA Ships, has taught me that, you know, life is not just about me and what I can do for myself or my people, but it's also for what I can give to the community around me. So I think I would continue working or find an organization that, you know, works for the betterment of the community. And yeah, and
you sound like a politician.
No, I think it's just what I learned. Yeah, from 11 months, which is quite short, but yeah.
That's quite noble. What is next for you, Alejandro? You manage the cafeteria on the ship. Is the food tasty? You know, can I come and get some breakfast this morning, or can I come and have some lunch? What do I need to do to, you know?
Should get some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream and brownies.
Really?
The best.
Right.
Yeah. So our cafeteria, we don't have like. We don't sell doubles or rice or meals.
Right.
But we have snacks. We have like brownies, cookies, and muffins. We have coffee. We have ice cream. We have popcorn, and small things like this where you can, after you have been to the bookshop, you can just come and relax and connect with us while enjoying a bite or a snack.
I have two more questions for you guys. What events do you guys have next while you are in Tobago? And my last question would be, how does one who is interested in volunteering and to be a part of the Logos get to that place?
Okay, I'll answer the second question first. So anyone who's interested, if you're someone who lives close to the ship, you can always come on board and talk to someone from the ship, one of the crew members. They're always willing to take down your details and help you. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot it at them right away. But if you're far away from us, feel free to go onto the website gbaships.org. That's org, gbaships.org, and you will get all the details there. You'll find someone you can contact there and just apply. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's good.
And
that's good.
if you
go ahead.
Yeah, for me to add on to that, what you said in the beginning when I was trying to apply, it can seem like something that's not doable, you know, something that would take a lot of time, but it's actually really simple. You have to go to gbaships.org and just contact them, submit your application, and then you wait. We wait for them to respond so that you can have your interview. That's what I would add.
That's really good. That's really good. So what about upcoming events while you're in Tobago before you go off to Trinidad?
I would say today we have a children's event coming up. It's happening in the morning, I think. It's happening in the morning, and it's for kids of all ages. If you're until like 16 years of age, you can come.
I consider myself a kid.
Yeah, you can come. Everyone's a kid. Yeah, a child at heart, right? You can come. You can enjoy. Yeah, so that's happening today. But we also have an event on Friday, which is for professionals. If you're in the market place, if you're in the business field, this is especially for you. It's for professionals. This is where we have a panel discussions, different topics specifically related to this field will be spoken about. So yeah,
that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So guys, you know, this unfortunately brings us to the end of this interview this morning. We want to thank you for coming. It's quite, you know, amazing to see young people like myself, you know, doing such great things in the world. And, you know, you guys bring such a, you know, package of experience and you know, inspiration to our younger persons here on the island. You know, this is quite a small island, and, you know, sometimes we don't see the world beyond where we live, you know, and this is definitely an opportunity for young people all across the world, all across the globe, to see the world beyond our eyes, you know. And I want to thank you for sharing this experience with us, guys. This brings us to the end of this segment. We have 2 more segments for you guys. Just remember to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.